Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Dave's Top 3,000 Songs of the Rock Era. Today I'm up to song number 2138, and that one is Gimme Three Steps by Lynyrd Skynyrd. One came out in 1973. Here's a picture of the single, and, it wasn't a hit. It was released as a single, but it didn't make the top 100. But it was also released on their debut album called Pronounced Lynyrd Skynyrd. I guess they kind of showed the pronunciation of their name. Um, anyway, here's a picture of Lynyrd Skynyrd around the time of course. I guess I'm sure you guys are all familiar with them. Very well known classic Southern rock band. Had a lot of big hits in the mid 70s. I got several more that's coming up. I already featured one. I featured Don't Ask Me No Questions, number 2848. I got several more coming up. Anyway, yeah, before I continue, I decided to do this one at karaoke, so please stick around till the end of the video to watch my karaoke performance of this song. I think it's a pretty good, catchy song, and it is one of their most well-known songs, even though it wasn't a hit. Anyway, so I guess I'll first start by talking about this song, Give Me Three Steps. It's pretty self-descriptive. I mean, it's actually based on a true story. What happened was Ronnie Van Zant, the lead singer, I guess he went to a bar in Jacksonville, Florida one day. It wasn't called the Jug, that was the name he used in the song, but it was called the Dino's Bar, and he saw a nice looking woman there named Linda, and he started dancing with her. And then it turned out her boyfriend saw her dancing with her and got very jealous and pointed a gun at him and threatened his life. And naturally, he was really scared out of his mind. And I think it pretty much happened the way described in the song. He said, just let me leave. I won't give you any more trouble. I'm really sorry. I don't want to get any confrontation with you. She's your girlfriend. You'll never see me again. Well, just let me get out with my life. And I guess that's what he did. I mean, he did the smart thing. I guess if he hadn't done that, he might have gotten shot and killed. And I had a little bit of mondegreen about this song for several years. I didn't realize he was saying, "Listen to me, Mister. I didn't even kiss her." I thought he said I didn't mean to kiss her. And I guess it's a good thing he didn't really kiss her because that might have gotten him killed too. But anyway, just thought I'd mention that. Yeah, so that's pretty much everything I have to say about this song. Give Me Three Steps. It was also, I guess it's such a popular song, even though it wasn't a hit for them. It was covered later by another artist, this guy Aaron Tippin. I don't know if he released as a single. I've never heard his version, but this came out in 2002, and he released it on his album called Stars and Stripes. And it's also a staple performance for this band here. I don't know if you guys have heard of these guys, but they're a bluegrass band called Yonder Mountain Strings Band. I've never heard them before. Anyway, that's kind of the history of this song. And, like I said, I already featured another song by Lynyrd Skynyrd, and I got several more coming up. So I'm not going to say too much about them other than that they were a, very well-known classic Southern rock band. I'm not actually sure exactly where they're from, probably Alabama somewhere, because they did have a hit called Sweet Home Alabama, which I assume was their home. Probably Birmingham, but I could look it up. Anyway, yeah, they had a lot of good songs, and they were popular over the country. I mean, they had some big, huge concerts, and I may as well show you the cover slide again. They played at big venues like this. I mean, they had hundreds of thousands of fans going to their concerts all over the country. They were a big band where I lived in the Bay Area, San Francisco. I mean, everybody in my high school knew Lynyrd Skynyrd. They were all listening to them. We're all listening to Freebird and Sweet Home Alabama. And those are both those songs are coming up much higher on my list. Uh, yeah, so I'm not really gonna say anymore. Oh, the other thing about Lynyrd Skynyrd, this was a big tragedy. Most of I think four members of the band died in a tragic plane crash in 1977, and I remember when this happened. I remember I was in high school at the time. I was a freshman in high school, and they announced it on the radio, and they were playing a montage of their songs, and a lot of my friends were really heartbroken about it. I kind of was too. So very tragic. Pretty great band. Anyway, so I guess that's enough said about Give Me Three Steps as well as the band Lynyrd Skynyrd. So now, I guess without further ado, I will perform this one of the karaoke. Sit back and enjoy. Here goes. I was a cutting the rug down at a place called the Jug with a girl named Linda Lou. When in walked a man with a gun in his hand, and he was looking for you-know-who. He said, "Hey there, fella, with your hair colored yellow, what you trying to prove? 'Cause that's my woman there, and I'm a man who cares, and this might be all." Said, "Excuse me." I was a scared and a fearing for my life. I was a shaking like a leaf on a tree. 'Cause he was lean and mean and big and bad, Lord, pointing that gun at me. I said, "Wait a minute, mister, I didn't even kiss her. Don't want no trouble with you. And I know you don't owe me, but I wish you'd let me ask one favor for you. Oh, won't you give me 3 steps? Give me 3 steps, mister. Give me 3 steps toward the door. Give me 3 steps, give me 3 steps, mister, and you'll never see me, for sure." Well, the crowd cleared away, and I began to pray, and the water fell on the floor. And I'm telling you, son, well, it ain't no fun staring straight down a 44. Well, it turned and screamed at Linda Lou, and that's the break I was looking for. And you could hear me screaming a mile away as I was heading out towards. Oh, won't you give me 3 steps? Give me 3 steps, mister. Give me 3 steps towards the door. Give me 3 steps, give me 3 steps, mister, and you'll never see me no more. Show me a back door. Okay. Wow, that one really rocks, let me tell you. That was a fun one to perform. Wouldn't want to be in that situation, though. But anyway, that was my karaoke performance of Give Me Three Steps in the style of Lynyrd Skynyrd. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Anyway, that concludes my video feature on this song. So thank you for watching. You guys rock, and I'll see you next time. Bye.